Alright guys, welcome back. Today we'll be building this sort of wallet app in HTML and CSS. This is what it's going to look like. We'll be focusing on the mockup on the left hand side here, the dark mode and everything, the sort of overview page with the graph and everything. Make sure to check out the design of this actual mockup, and yeah, the link for it will be down in the description. Other than that, I'd say we get started. So there are a couple of things that I prepared beforehand before we get started. So the first thing are a couple of icons that we are going to need in the process, like this sort of, let's see, like this drop down kind of arrow icon. Then we need this calendar icon. This one we'll create in CSS and HTML purely, and I also created a mockup, or I rebuilt this sort of graph in Sketch. This is what it's going to look like, and we'll paste that into our app with an image, because I researched it a little bit, and I think it's quite complicated to create these sort of graphs in CSS purely and without like using a JavaScript library. So I decided to do that with an image, and this is the Visa icon. But yeah, other than that, everything will be built from scratch, and I think we can start. So the only thing I've set up here in our folder is our index.html and our style.css, and well, this image folder. Other than that, there's nothing here yet. Of course, I created our basic HTML structure, and I also linked our style sheet, which is here. It's still empty, of course. And this is our document. This is where we are going to code the actual layout. Yeah, let's get started right ahead, right? So the first thing I'd like to do is to check whether our CSS file is working. Okay, that's good. So next thing we need to do is, firstly, let's close this. I have a bit more space to work with, and let's start with the header there. So let's see, let's give it a section, or no, let's not work with sections here. Let's just say dot header, and inside of it we need dot menu icon wrapper for the icon on the left hand side, and then we need dot calendar icon wrapper, that's for the icon on the right hand side. And then in the middle we are going to have, and let's say it's an h1, which just says my wallets. All right. That's that. I think that should be it. Yeah, this is fine, I think. Let's see. So in our styles.css, first a couple of general styles that I'd like to set up. Margin, let's reset that to 0, as well as paddings, and box sizing should be border box. We will then take the body and let's set its height to 100 viewport height units and its width to 100 viewport width units, like that. And the background color should be this exact color. So let's just pull up our color picker there, select that color. All right, perfect. Let's see if this works. Good. Let's just pull up the mobile layout here. Let's go with an iPhone 7 for now. That should be fine. Okay, good. Let's set the color for all elements to simple white, and the font family, I haven't thought about it, but let's just go with Let's go with Futura for now. Okay, good. So the very first thing we want to do is position our header. So let's say header, and let's just keep things clean here and just say comment global styles like that, and put a comment here and say header. All right, and the next thing, okay, so we want to position our header. Width should be 100% because it stretches out over the whole width of the screen. And then let's set a background color so we can actually see it. Let's see. Oh, obviously we need our dot for the class name. There we go. Okay. We should probably menu icon wrapper. Okay. So this thing should be display flags, and flags direction should be row to have all the elements next to each other, and justified content we can use space between so they are stretched out, and then we should probably use our menu icon wrapper and style that. Whoops, dot menu icon wrapper. Let's see, let's set a background color. Obviously that's not working yet. Let's give it some dimensions then. Flex 1, and the calendar icon wrapper should be, let's just say pink, and also have some dimensions. Okay, so there we go. That is good. Let's quickly style the H1, so like that, and let's say font size should be like 15 pixels maybe. Okay, font weight should be lower, don't want to have it as thick there. That's looking good. It's maybe 16 pixels like that. And let's say flex should also be 1 for this one. Okay. Text align center to center it within the, oops, to center it. There we go. Okay. And let's actually say flex 2 maybe. Okay. Let's go ahead then and maybe start by adding our calendar icon wrapper. So we have this calendar icon, and the way we are going to use it is simply with an SVG. So let's copy the SVG from here and paste that into our calendar icon wrapper. Whoops, that is not good. But let's see, maybe we can just collapse that. Oh. Oh man. Let's see. So something like SVG beautify, something like that. Oh no. Oh man. Wait, there was this site OMG SVG or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's paste it in here. There we go. Okay. Copy. Maybe that's better. Oh yes, much better. All right. So that's our SVG. Let's see if it works. Nice. And we needed. Okay. So what we need to do is obviously create the circle around it. That's what we will do right now. So calendar icon wrapper, say, oh, actually, yeah, that's what I was fearing. Flex one is probably not a good idea. Let's just say border radius, maybe 100%. Oh no. 500 pixels, like just an insane. Why does it look like an egg? Height 20 pixels and width 20 pixels. Okay, that's better. 40 and 40 maybe. Yes. Alright, so this is to center the icon. And alright, so that's that. This is centered. Let's maybe calendar icon wrapper scale down the SVG to a little bit. SVG, and then we'll just use a transform for that. Transform scale, and let's say 0.8. Just scale it down just a bit. Okay. Good. Menu icon wrapper. So menu icon wrapper doesn't need the flex, but it needs border radius and height. So we have a circle there as well. That's good. And then obviously we need div times 4, because we have 4 dots in it, right? So let's style those dots then. Menu icon wrapper, and then target the divs inside of it. And border radius can stay like that. Height and width should be all the way down. Background color can be, I don't know, pink again. Okay, there are our 4 dots. That's working, that's good. Now, how are we going to go about positioning them? Let's see. It's probably simpler if we div and then place 2 of them in there. Give it a class of dots wrapper, and copy that and paste that again there. And now dots wrapper. Yes, okay. And now we can say menu icon wrapper display flex, and we already have our sort of 4 dots next to each other going on. Okay, so these dots now obviously need to have some margin. let's just say 5 pixels. It's too much, way too much. Okay. And we then need to center those. Let's see. Justify content center, align items center. That is good. Let's see, we sort of need to fine-tune the margins, I think, but let's just leave it like that for a second. What we need to do is center the text inside of our header, and align items center, that should do the job. Okay. We need to add some padding to it as well. Padding on the left and the right side, so something like that. And let's maybe also add top and bottom padding. Okay. That's looking fine actually. It's looking good, so we can just keep it at 30. And maybe tune down the font weight a little bit more. Well, okay, then that's not installed, so let's just keep it the way it is. What we need to do is pick this sort of lighter color with our color picker. That's good. Okay, so menu icon wrapper should have this color and no, the calendar icon wrapper, there we go. And those, okay, those we'll keep them at that for now. Okay, that's good. Let's see, let's remove the red background. Good. Let's see, what else do we need? So let's just move that there. Okay. Let's increase the height of those just a tad bit. 45 and 45. Yes. And then let's try 2 pixels to the top. And then 2 to the left, 1 to the bottom, and then 2 to the left. No, 0, no. Yes, there we go. So top and bottom should be 2. No, what's going on? Top 0, 2, this is how it should be. No, okay. So top is 2, right is 2, bottom is 0 and left is 0. Okay, let's set them to 4. Oh, but then it's not centered anymore. Well, that's not good. Four pixels top. 2 pixels right. That's looking good. All right, and then they need to have 2 different sort of colors. Let's see, dots wrapper. We can probably work with a pseudo selector here, so whoops, dots wrapper, and wait, it was end, right? No, wait. Nth child? Wait, what was nth child? CSS. Oh god. Colon, of course. Nth child. Let's say first. Let's set the background color to red and see if this works. No. Wait. Dots wrapper. And then maybe say div and then end. Yes. But first and second. Second, first. But they need to have different colors. No, div and then div. No, that's not working. Wait, what are we targeting? Give me a second here. So dots wrapper and then div and then nth child. What if we say first child? Ah, right, because there are two dots wrappers, so that's not working. Okay, let's do this differently, guys. So let's just say class light dot, and this is light dot, and this is also light dot, and then this one should be dark dot, and this one as well. It's not clean, but it works. So light dot and dark dot. So that's that, and let's set the background color. Boom, boom, boom. Let's pick the color again. So go away. So light dot is this, and dark dot pick color is that one. Background color. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, that's not working. Why? Light dot, dark dot, because this should go away. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So that's done. That icon should be slightly less white. So let's just set the opacity to 0.6 maybe. 0.5. Something like that. That's looking pretty good to me. Maybe we can just add a little bit of letter spacing there. No, let's just keep it the way it is. Okay, good. Let's go on. Total balance 65k. All right. So that's the div header. So next thing is, let's say balance wrapper, and this should be pretty quick and easy. Balance wrapper h3 says total balance, and an h1 below that says 65,000.00 USD. Good. quick comment there, balance wrapper dot balance wrapper, and we will also need to style balance wrapper h3 and balance wrapper h1. So we got that set up. Balance wrapper. Firstly, let's position the stuff. So display flags, flags direction should be column, so they're below each other. Align items should be center. And let's just, okay. So that's good. Let's see. To me, it looks like as if the total balance has the same sort of color as the dark dots. So let's color. Okay, the font size should be 12 pixels maybe. Something like that. Let's see. Some letter spacing, and that should be it. Letter spacing 1 pixel. Alright, okay. What about the other one? So it's okay. Something we need to add here is, say, span, and then copy the USD and put them in there because they should be slightly smaller. So let's see. Dot balance wrapper h1 span should be slightly smaller. So if that one has a font size of 20, okay, more, 25, let's see. Okay, and letter spacing of 1 pixel. And it should be less bold, so font weight. Well, we don't have too many weights installed, that's kind of a bummer. It should be slightly, well, okay, that's fine. Let's give the H3 some margin bottom. Margin bottom of like 10 pixels. That's too much. 5. Okay. And the span should have a font size of, that's 24, let's try 22. No, much smaller. 20. Smaller even, let's see, 18. 17 should do. Okay, that's looking good to me. Let's see, how are we going to go about this? Let's give our header some more padding to the top and the bottom. So 30, and this will increase to 35. Well, maybe even 40. Okay. And then let's remove the ridiculous background color. Okay, let's just use some margin then. Balance wrapper, margin top, 10 pixels, 20 maybe. Okay, 10 should do the job. Let's say 8. Okay. Okay, next thing we need is this very subtle horizontal line that kind of fades out to the sides. I kind of forgot how to do this, so I pulled up a JS fiddle here, which integrated something like that, and we'll just copy and paste the code there. What we'll need to do is simply say div dot, let's just call it horizontal rule. Okay. Let's see, hr dot horizontal rule. It's kind of a weird class name, honestly. Doesn't matter. Okay, and just paste that in there. And let's just quickly go through how this works. So, whoops, or whether this even works. Let's see. Okay. This is what we need. Oh, well, you know what? Let's just call it HR. That's simpler. Horizontal rule. Okay. Yes. So background should be the background color there, it's black. So in our case it should be, well, not white, it should be RGBA, and then just reduce the alpha value to like 0.8 maybe. Okay, and then we have a gradient there. Let's just keep it simple in this case. Let's just use whoa. Okay, it doesn't seem to work without it. Okay, linear, and then 0, 100%, 0, from white to white. Color stop 50% black. Wow. Let's try to edit this. Let's copy that and paste it in here. This is good. Let's maybe reduce it to 0.5. Yes, okay, good. And then we need to change it from, we need to pick our background color, and we need to tell it to fade from our background color to our background color. No, this is not our background color. Come on. Copy this, please. And then fade from background color to background color, and there's one color stop at 50%, meaning in the middle, which is going to be our basic white color, which is slightly, oh, actually, okay, just realizing we can just use the color of our total balance there, so we don't need to use like this long as RGBA thing. Okay, so from background color to background color and one color step, there we go, one color step in the middle, which is our color that we actually want. That is looking really nice. One simple adjustment that I'd like to make is this first of all, and then let's see. Yes, obviously we need to decrease the width of it. So margin 25 pixels, 0. Okay, let's in this case just do it this way and reduce the height by adding some margin. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Just a bit more there to the top. Nice. I feel like it's slightly too light. Let's see, with opacity 0.7, fix that. Yes. Yeah, okay. Let's do 0.5. Just very subtle. Let's try 2 pixels. No, that's too much. Okay. So we can close that. We use the calendar icon. Okay, nice. So next thing we need is your activity and then our button besides that. That should also be pretty simple. So let's say activity wrapper. And then we have an H3 that says your activity. And we have dot expense button, which says expense and which has this icon in it. So let's go ahead, copy the SVG, let's go to that side again, paste the markup, copy it, and then paste it in here. Good, good, good. This should, let's say H4, and that should go in there. Okay. Let's quickly set the font weight of everything to 400. That way we can remove it from here and from, where is it? There. Okay. Activity. Dot activity wrapper is the first thing we need to style. Other than that, we need dot expense button, and we also need dot activity wrapper and style our H3. So the first thing we need to do, obviously layout again, so display flex, and expense button should also simply say display flex, so the icon and the text are next to each other. Let's actually go ahead and just style the button slightly and use that color again, I guess. Yes. Border radius, let's see, 10 pixels, something like that, yeah. Padding, that's way too much. Alright, expense button, we need to scale down the SVG again. I'm actually not sure whether it's correct to scale an SVG with transform. It's probably not optimal, but let's just do it this way. Yes, good. Expense button also should adjust the H3 inside of it by simply reducing the font size to like 10 pixels Why is that not working? Expense button because it's an H4. That's too small. 12 maybe. Oh, check. It's actually just slightly smaller than your activities. Okay. Let's go with 14. Margin right, let's increase that to like 5 pixels. That's too much. 2, 3. That's looking good. And expense button, display flags, justify no, align items, center. That's not good. It's looking off a bit, slight bit. Let's work on the padding. So 5 pixels top, 5 pixels right is fine. 5 pixels bottom is also fine. Let's do 10 pixels on the left hand side. Let's do 10 on top. Oh, that's kind of okay. That's looking better. Hello. Oh, come on. Let's see. Seems to be having more border radius actually. It looks kind of, I don't know. Our button still looks kind of off for some reason. Well, reduce that to 6 and reduce it to 3 there. Okay, this should be fine. Don't really want to be all that nitpicky. Okay, let's continue with the layout then. So display flags, yes. Justify content should be space between. And they are, as far as I can tell, they're aligned with those. So what they would need is a header has 30 pixels to the sides. Okay, so that one would also need padding 0 and 40 pixels to the sides. Yup. Let's see, font weight 100 doesn't work, right? No, okay. Your activity. Let's just scale it down a slight bit. Whoops. 18, 17, something like that. Align items center also to align them. Okay. 16 should maybe. 17 is fine. Expense. Huh. It should be smaller. Let's see, margin top. 2 pixels just to center it. Oh, 1 pixel. Okay. So top is 1 pixel, right is 2, and then 0, 0. Wait, what? Whoa. 1 pixel and then margin. Okay, good. Your activity expands. All right. Nah, not happy with the button yet. Still too big. Let's see, border radius padding, top, bottom. Use it to 4 and 1. Border radius. Let's see, 5 and 2. Okay. Dun-dun-dun-dun. As you can see, I'm really just playing around with the values here and just trying to figure out what looks best. Okay, I think margin bottom for the SVG, just push it up a little bit. No. Okay, let's see, wait a second. Let's go back a couple steps. It was better before. Okay, I'm fine with that. All right. Next thing would be adding our graph there. So the graph is simply an image. Let's see. .graph.png. So image source is /image/graph. I created that graph in Sketch. I think I mentioned that before. If you want to see how you would go about creating something like this in Sketch, I can make a video about it. Definitely leave a comment in that case. That should not be a problem. Let's just say graph. All right, nice. Kind of low resolution, but well, I think it's fine. Image, well, let's just give it a class maybe. Class of, let's say graph, and comment graph, and let's say dot graph. And in this case, what is it that I want to do? Scale it down, definitely. So let's set height to 50 pixels. No, 200. Yes, something like that. Let's try 180. Okay. And let's try to center it with margin 0 auto. Not sure whether that works. No. So let's just put it into a wrapper then. Dot graph wrapper. Paste that in there and say dot graph wrapper and let's see, background color red. Yes, so it can simply be display flags. And justify content center. And margin top 20 pixels. something like that. Remove that. Yeah, it should be slightly bigger. That's looking good. And the next thing we need to do is adding that highlight there and the months. Let's start with the months. Okay, that's pretty simple actually. Months wrapper, no. Dot months wrap, whoops. There we go. And what we want to do is simply say H3 and then October and then paste that. That's November, December, finally January. Let's see. Yes. Flex direction should be set to column. And the months wrapper also needs a couple of styles. So first of all, it should be display flex again. And flex direction should be row in this case. Align items can be center and justify content should be space between. Padding. Oh, actually, our image got kind of big. Align self. Yes, align self is something that you should add there so it doesn't stretch out too much. Graph padding should be 0 and 30 pixels to both sides. Then we also need to reduce their size, so like that, and say font size all right. Yeah. They also need a different color, which is this one again. And then we need to take November, just give it a class of active a month. And let's say dot active month. And it should be color white. Active month. Active month. It's not working. Yes, because of specificity. How will we fix this? I guess by making this an ID. Yes. And then just, let's see. I think they should be slightly smaller. It should have some more padding, definitely more padding. Yes. And some margin top. Of 10 pixels maybe. 5. Okay. that's looking pretty good to me. Pixels is fine. Maybe even 15. Let's go with 12. And I'm just realizing, obviously, we're running out of space for those cards there, because this is a design that was made for a much kind of, how do you say it, a much bigger device concerning its height, I guess. Kind of like the iPhone 10. Yes, see the difference there? So let's just go with the iPhone 10 then, and obviously you have to make that responsive and everything, but just for now we'll just stay with this. And obviously there are a couple of things that you should fix here, so these things don't span out too much, but it's okay for now, I think. Let's just continue and finish this app, and then we can fix some stuff later on. Okay, so last thing that's left is the cards there. Well, let's start off with our markup, so .cards wrapper. And then inside of it, we have 3 cards. .cards times 3. Inside of a card, we have, let's just call it .top and .bottom. Top has an icon and some text in it. The icon is an image. Let's see. Okay. So image source is /image, and this Visa icon, and the text, let's just say span, and it's 09/12. And the bottom has span credit card, and then, well, let's see, let's just make this an H3 so we can target it easier. H3 and span, let's see, is there an icon? Circle. Let's see, circle, how can we do that? Mac keyboard circle symbol. To be concise, a symbol you are with an arrow escaping from blah blah blah. Alt code. Yeah, no, that's, well, yeah, maybe we can find it here. See, there we go. Black circle. Alt, wait. Well, you know what? Maybe you can just paste it. Oh, that's probably way too big. Let's see. Stuff is not even, oh. Alright, so our Visa icon is just taking up all that space. Oh, but that actually works quite well, yes. That's fine. Okay, cool. Okay, so that, and then it says the rest of them like 4354. Okay, that's that. And this card should be there 3 times. Okay. And just paste it in once more. Okay, yes, okay. Very first thing we need to fix is our image there. .top image, okay. Cards. Dot cards. Cards wrapper, okay. Dot cards wrapper. And we need dot card as well. And we need dot bottom, no, dot top, and target the image and reduce its height to like 20 pixels. Much better. And then dot top and dot bottom. Dot top and dot bottom. Okay, let's do the layout then. So a card should have a certain width and height. Yeah, no, probably shouldn't. It should just have a width. No. Let's think about it. Just a second. Well, I'm honestly not sure how this would work out if you want to make it responsive. You'd have to like scale down everything and stuff. Huh. Okay. Let's say background color red. Why is it not working? Because we called it cards, which is wrong. Should be singular. Yes. Dot card wrapper should be display flex. Yes. The card itself. That's looking fine. Background color blue. It should always be at the bottom of the screen, so we can use position absolute. Bottom 0. Okay. We can probably set a height, but let's not do that. Let's instead give the cards a height of like 200 pixels. Okay. Let's give this some padding. 30 pixels. Why is that happening? Why is this happening? Let's see. What is going on? Oh, okay. No. Well, actually, let's see. Width 100%. Yes. It's still looking kind of off. Let's see. What? It is weird. Actually. No, this is important. Let's see. Why? Oh. Dot card. Let's see, let's set a width then. Huh. Well, that fixed that at least. But dot cards wrapper. Okay, let's give them some margin. 10 pixels for now. Oh. Yeah, no, this is not. Well, it's fine, but it's. Okay. Why is there width not increasing? Because let's see, because let's see, it should be overflow show for sure, yeah, but give me a second here. So display flex, that's for sure. Flex direction, they need column, and justify content space between. So we got that as well. Now we need to make them larger, much larger. The width is not working. Why? Because this thing gets its width from being a flex item, I guess. Doesn't it? Well, yes, okay. In this case, oh man. Flex one. With 200%. What's happening here? Wait. Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Flex 2 doesn't work either. Maybe we remove that, we set their width now. Would that work? Yes, guys, yes. Got it. Nice. Obviously the width of the parent was restricting their own width. So let's see. Okay, so 120, 130, 130. Come on, what's going on? Oh no. Oh good. I was thinking Atom was about to crash. Good. So 140. Yes. Okay. Let's add the border radius because that's simple. Looks about right to me. Let's see. Top needs to be display flex. Justify content space between. Align items center. The image should be slightly bigger. 40 in inside. Good. Credit card thing. Bottom. Font size 12 pixels. Good. Bottom H3. H3 should be it should have some margin bottom to space them out. Maybe like 8 pixels. Okay. Then the card should have some padding. 10 pixels. Nice. 12. Good. So 12 all around. Let's try 12, 12, and 12. So I'd like to reduce it there to like 9 and increase it slightly to like 14 there, and then this to 13 and 13, something like that. Also, they look slightly too narrow to my eye. Let's say 14 and 14. Yes, okay. Let's see, top span. We need to style that as well. Top span, font size 12 pixels. Yes. It's looking nice. Opacity should be down. 0.5 maybe. And the credit card thing. Dot bottom span should definitely have, whoa, some letter spacing to it. Yeah, well, maybe 2 even in this case. Yes. And this seems to have a higher font weight. Let's just say bold. Yeah, but with this font, with Futura, that doesn't look right. We need to increase the padding at the bottom. 18, and then there as well on the sides. Okay. Let's see that the icon doesn't seem right. Yeah. Oh man, that padding. Okay, that icon. Maybe we can do it with some negative margins. That's cheating, I know, but yeah. Okay, that's better. And the font size there should go down to 11 maybe. Yeah, 11 is fine. Okay. Things are looking good. Well, no, not quite yet. Let's try 20 and 20 for the padding. doesn't seem to increase for some reason. $23. Well, yes, it does. Okay, I'm fine with that. So what are we going to do about that beautiful gradient there? Let's see, .card, background, gradient, background, was it background color? No, it was background, linear, gradient. From to right. No, wait. Linear. Let's try 45 degrees. Let's just use white and black for now. Okay. Okay, I think we will simplify this whole thing a little. Oh, come on. This is our first color. Let's say this is kind of our second color. And that is our final color. Let's see. Let's actually remove that color. Yes. It's not as fancy as a gradient that's used here. I don't really know how you would go about creating that in CSS, probably by using, but obviously you guys, you can play around with this and fix it and create that actual gradient there. But I think this is fine for now. Let's see. Why can we scroll that much? Let's try overflow hidden on the body. Doesn't seem to work at all. Why? I don't know. Oh, HTML, okay. Body, HTML. Same thing there still. Okay. Let's finish the cards. Getting distracted here. So this one should have a different color. Let's see. Card. Card 2. Dot card -2 -2. Copy that background, and it should have different color stops. Let's see. That color, and then the final color is that one. Whoa, no. What have I done? Close the CSS file there. Not good. All right. Card 2. And obviously this one also needs that class. Come on. At 90 degrees. Yes, I think that's, no, 135. I think this is correct. All right. Let's remove that. Ooh, looking really good. Okay, you know what, guys? I think this is where I'll stop the video for today. I think we've done a good job. Obviously, some things took me kind of very long, but I think it's always interesting to see like a process I go through. I'm also not the one to like just look at a design and then just code it up without any errors and mistakes and kind of things that I get stuck with. So that's natural, that's how it works, and I think you guys can maybe also learn something from that. But I think we've done a good job. I think this looks pretty good to me. Obviously there are some details here and there, but overall I'm happy with it, and I hope you guys were able to learn something, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, definitely make sure to subscribe for more such content, and leave a like, leave a comment if you like, and yeah, other than that, I think that's it. So stay safe, and we'll see each other in the next video, and till then, goodbye.